All right, so.
I don't know, I said it later.
Hey guys, so it is another frigid day today. It is -6, feels like -14, which is actually warmer than they were calling for originally. So that's good, but it is super sunny outside. The dark days are over and it's great. We're getting lots of solar now. We don't really have to worry about running the generator anymore. It's good times. We're in the sunny times again. So today what we've decided to do is Al is going to keep the flooring and the scaffolding where it is right now and just do the blocking on the west side where all of that's set up, because we're going to have to do it anyway, so he might as well just do it while the floor's set up there. And then we're going to move everything into the kitchen and work on that beam. And also there's I believe 14 rafters in the kitchen, so 7 on each side. And yeah, that's also where the roof changes over and becomes a smaller roof. I'll get Al to explain that later because he had to do quite a bit of figuring to sort out how he was going to make that transition. But yeah, hopefully we get lots done today.
You said on repeat in my head, China cabinet busted again. Ends it won't meet when the racing are in. Picking up teeth off the pavement, broken like bread, shirts that don't fit, growing mold in the basement. Digging holes for dying hopes, throwing sticks at glass, Coke bottles, losing my grip in the rat race. I can't recall in the first place, what was it?
Oh yeah, that's better.
I was angry.
Yeah, well, I might not have it right, so that's why I need a straight line to guide me back to the light of God.
Another tape, another rerun. If this is all you know, this is all you know.
And do you have to do one like that on the other side?
Yeah, not that side, no, because that continues over the kitchen.
Oh, nice.
I would have to do one at each of those ends.
Yeah.
Hey folks, welcome to the fridge. It is cold today, but eerily calm, which is nice. The last few days have been windy, so it's colder today, but the wind is a little more cooperative. It's going to get colder for a couple more days until it starts to warm up again, but such is life. Just wanted to explain a little bit the mad science that I conducted on the corner here. So just a quick background. When I looked into how to build the house that we had in mind, I was looking at roof structure, like roof construction, and there's really two approaches to your overhang on the end of a gabled roof. The one you're going to see the most often, at least from my exploration on the intertubes, is when you have a truss-based roof or a rafter roof with your attic space with your classic collar ties and rafter ties. What will happen is when you get to the end, you're going to have what are called outriggers. They are going to run from the last rafter on the inside of the building out over your gable wall and then attach to the last rafter that you have on the ends, the rake I think it's called. And so that is what you'll mostly see. And then in a classic timber frame structure with a ridge beam, not a ridge board, but a ridge beam based roof, then you're going to have really just cantilevered ridge beam on the center, cantilevered beams on the walls, and then just rafters attached just the same as I've attached every rafter in here. So originally I was kind of waffling in my mind and never really settled on how we were going to do it. And then when we came to it, I decided I wanted to just continue with the way that we've been doing this and hang the last rafters off the ridge beam. But the problem is I don't have any cantilevered beams on the end of these traditional 2x6 walls. So because I'm into the kind of correcting and oversight from a DIY perspective, wasn't a lot of support online for different ideas of doing what I wanted to do specifically. And I know that it's a little bit of extra work, and anybody that's in construction that's trying to make a living out of this would not want to do what I did because it is time consuming. But what I did is I built a 3-ply chunk, basically a little extendo beam, we'll call it, and nailed it together with the same scheduling as a beam. And then what I did is I cut out a dovetail, and for some extra added security, anyone who's watched noticed I cut the dovetail much deeper than the cleat that I built for it. And the reason is that I wanted to take another piece and slip it into the end of that dovetail in order to glue it up against that kind of edge and basically have an opposing grain to the direction of the grain of the beam. So gluing that in to give it a ton of shear strength and prevent that possible splitting from the edges of the dovetail. So I did that first, glued that all in, used screws to kind of press it in and then scraped all the peel off like I'm some kind of crazy sculptor. And then the cleat I installed directly into the block that I built in the corner here. So I had already beefed up the top corner of the wall. So I'd have a big chunk of multi-ply beam to screw into. So I slid the beam over that cleat, and then for much added security and strength, put 3 Timberlock 10-inch screws through at a 45 down into the plate. So the idea is each of those has the same shear strength as a 3/8 inch lag bolt. That, in tandem with all the PL and the cleat that is in that dovetail, I can hang from that myself. So being about 195 pounds or so. You know what I mean? And I can bounce, and again, I'm not an engineer, so I can't tell you exactly what the breaking strength of that structure is, but I would declare it good enough for rock and roll. It should be able to carry half the weight of a single rafter and the additional members, like the sheathing and the felt and all the other things that go onto the roof. Should be good. I guess the other thing that will give it somewhat of an assist is it will still be blocked across, and I will have a gable wall obviously to close up, so that will provide a little bit of assist by way of that blocking sitting across the gable wall holding those 2 rafters. But again, I'm quite confident that what I've built will carry the weight of a single rafter plus the accompanying roof materials. Good times.
walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. When I'm with you, I am not myself. You bring out the best in me, the side only you can see. And I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you.
Hey guys, so we've got another frigid day today. I believe it's supposed to be, feels like -21 or something like that outside today. So what we've been doing is just kind of working and taking breaks to come inside and get warm, and then going back outside again. Al's got it almost set up so that we can put up the beam for the kitchen area, and then we can start to do those rafters. But today I think we decided that we're going to try to work on the OSB a little bit, get that east side covered, and also he wants to finish getting everything all set up so that we can get that beam up and get going on the roof in the kitchen.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
That added to the beam.
Ooh.
hey everybody. We are now going to put up our kitchen beam. Very exciting. This one is a 4-ply 2x12 beam because we are spanning a further distance than all the relatively 10-foot spans in the great room. So you can see, or maybe not in this shot, but I've got 5-ply columns, and simply that I need to have at least the width of the beam to support it. Just basic code stuff. You can't have a beam that's larger than your column, even if you think practically it'll work. It's just one of those things. So very beefy giant columns, and to kind of transition from the great room to the kitchen, again because on the east side we want the same plane for the roof all the way across, including the porch. I had to get up on the scaffolding, and just with a combination of using my level and my T-square and a little bit of eyeballing, I figured out where to cut off that column so that when I set the beam on top, it will be in the same spot. So when I bring my rafters together over the kitchen, they will line up on the same plane as the rest of the roof so far. And then I used the trusty laser level to shoot a line from the tippity top of the column that I cut off across to the column on this side, just to make sure that they're perfectly level across. And then built the beam to that length and put it up the other day, yesterday. And then now it's just a matter of putting my little holder systems on top with a slight addition that I just need to close a slightly less than 3/4 inch gap, because the beam will be somewhat smaller than the column, so that will hold everything together so I can get it clamped. And then because this is 4-ply, I'll be using carriage bolts, spaced no more than 3 feet. And I'll probably nail to taste as well, just out of paranoia and that. Plus there's some checking in the boards that I'm using for that beam. So I'll probably put nails above and below some of the cracks and deeper checking. I know it's paranoia, but I'm only doing this once, so a little overkill won't kill anyone.
Hey, if we do so like, if they will, if they do so.
Sweet. All right, that's done. So it goes above, right? Then I can go up here, stick one end in, and then go up the ladder and get the other.
Yeah.
A bit tedious, but maybe
Yeah.
slower process. Easy peasy.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, halfway there.
I also hate that ladder.
It always gives just a little hint of danger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Et voilà.
want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.